Welcome to CSEGuru. In this session, we are going to discuss Principles of Programming Using C, BTU Model Question Paper 2024 Set 1 Solution. Question number 4c. Explain with syntax if-else statement in C program. Simple if statement. If in the sense a simple if statement and if-else statement in C program. This is a 7-mark question. So here, if statement with syntax flowchart. If possible, example you have to provide. Similarly, if-else statement with syntax, flowchart, and if possible, example you provide. If you are explaining if statement with syntax and flowchart, it will carry 3.5 mark. If-else in essence, it will carry 3.5 mark. If possible, provide with example. So first, if statement is the simplest form of decision control statement. So decision control statement or selection statement we will tell it. All the if statements will come under selection statement, decision making statement or decision control statement. Okay. And here in this if statement, it will check the condition. Only if the condition is true, what it has to execute, it will be specified. If the condition is true in the sense, only true block statement we will specify. We won't consider about the false block statement here. This is simple if statement. If statement or otherwise simple if statement we will tell it. Okay. So, what is the syntax for simple if statement in the sense? If. This if is a keyword. Okay. If and then here you have to specify the expression or condition. What is the condition you want to check it? That condition you have to specify here. And then within this block, it may be a single statement. Single statement in the sense this block is not necessary. Okay. If it is a multiple statement, in the sense this block is necessary. Okay. So, if this condition is evaluated to true in the sense, in that case, execute the statements. Statement 1, statement 2, up to statement n. Okay. It may be a single statement or it may be a block of statements. Okay. So, this is the syntax for if statement. And a flowchart if you are considering in the sense, whenever you are checking the condition, okay, here you have to provide a diagonal. Condition evaluation, everywhere it will be provided with a diagonal. Okay. So, here if it has to check the expression. What is the condition? It has to check. Okay. And if this condition is true in the sense, if this condition is evaluated to true in the sense, the block of statements it will execute. What is the statement specified? It will execute. Either it may be a single statement or block of statement. If the condition is evaluated to true in the sense, execute this statement and then control will be transferred to the next part of the program. Suppose if this condition is false, this is evaluated to false in the sense, this block of statement it won't execute. This block of statement it won't execute. Simply control will be transferred to the next statement in the C code. That's it. So, here only when the condition is evaluated to true, we have specified certain statements. That's it. If it is false in the sense, don't execute anything. Just skip this true block of statement. Okay. Control will be transferred to the next code in the C program. Just it will skip this true block. That's it. Okay. For example, if you are considering here in the sense, if x is less than y in the sense, simply if you are checking here, I am checking the variable, x variable value is less than y. If the condition is evaluated to true in the sense, just using the printf statement, I am entering x is lesser. That's it. If x is not lesser, I have not specified any condition. Okay. If x is less than y in the sense, in that case only print up this statement. Otherwise, don't print. If x is greater in the sense, just this block it will be skipped. It will go to the next statement in the C code. So, this is all about simple if statement. Next, if-else statement. Here, if-else statement is also a decision control statement or selection making statement. Here, if the condition is evaluated to true in the sense, true block of statement will execute. If the condition is evaluated to true in the sense, true block of statement will execute. Suppose if the condition is evaluated to false in the sense, false block of statement will execute. Both the case, we have specified the statements. In simple if, what we have done? Only if the condition is evaluated to true, true block of statement will execute. If it is false, in the sense, nothing we have specified. Simply control will be transferred to the next statement in the C code. But here, if the condition is evaluated to true, in the sense, true block of statement will execute. If it is evaluated to false, in the sense, false block of statement will execute. Okay. Here, at a time, if you are considering in the sense, either the true block statement or false block statement will execute. Both will not execute at a time. Condition is true, in the sense, true block statement will execute. If it is false, in the sense, false block statement it will execute. Only two alternatives. Any one alternative only it will execute at that time. Both will not execute at that time. Okay, that is the meaning. For example, syntax if you are considering in the sense, if, this if is a keyword, and here you are going to evaluate an expression. And if this expression is evaluated to true, in the sense, true block of statement will execute. Statements or many statements. Okay, multiple statements. Either it may be a single statement or multiple statement. Suppose if it is evaluated to false, in the sense, go to else part, and here you will specify a set of statements. Okay, so here this if and else is a keyword. So here, if the condition is evaluated to true, in the sense, this true block of statement will execute. This block it will execute. It will skip this block if the condition is true, in the sense. It won't check here at all. Suppose if the condition is evaluated to false, in the sense, it will skip this true block statement. It will go to else part and it will execute this false block statement. True block statement, here we have specified. False block statement, we have specified with this else part. So this else represents if the condition fails, in the sense, control will be transferred here to else block. That is the meaning. Okay. So this is the syntax for if else statement. And flowchart if you are considering in the sense, for condition evaluation, you have to specify a diagonal symbol. Okay. Within the diagonal, you have to specify the expression. If expression. If the condition is evaluated to true, in the sense, okay, true block statement. This is the true block statement. Either it may be a single statement or multiple statement. After executing this true block, control will be transferred to the next statement in the C code. Okay, it won't execute else block. That is false block statement. It won't execute at all if the condition is true. Suppose if the condition is evaluated to false, in the sense, okay, false block statement it will execute. Here false block statement will be specified. It will execute the false block statement. After executing, control will be transferred to the next statement in the C code. Okay. So this is the true block statement. This is the false block statement. And here condition is true, in the sense, true block statement. False, in the sense, false block statement. Any one block only it will execute at a time. During one execution, any one block, either true block or false block, both will not execute at a time. This is the flow chart. For example, if you are considering in the sense, I am checking the condition. If x is less than y. Okay, if the condition is evaluated to true, in the sense, here I will printf x is smaller. If x is lesser than y, in the sense, x is smallest element. Printf x is smaller. Else, suppose if this condition is evaluated to false. What is the meaning? X is not smaller than y. Then meaning is y is smaller. Then here use printf statement and print in the output screen y is smaller. That's it. If the condition x less than y is evaluated to true, printf x is smaller. Else printf y is smaller. Either one only it will execute. This is true block, this is false block. Both will not execute at that time. Okay. So this is all about if else statement in C. If you are explaining simple if statement with syntax, flowchart and example, it will carry 3.5 marks. And if you are explaining if else statement with syntax, flowchart and example in the sense, it will carry 3.5 marks. Okay. Accordingly, you provide the answer. Thank you for watching this video.